In this video, I'm going to be showing you Alex Hormozi's 6-step process that he helps other schoolers about what to make their community about. And the whole gist of it is you don't chase the perfect idea. Your first one will always suck. And so the key is to get out fast and refine later. And so I'm just going to be walking you through and giving some personal examples of how you can apply this post and what you can do for yourself. So step one is you pick the topic and you choose the three P's. So he likes to go from profession, pain, and passion. And profession stands for the skill or the job that you know. Pain is a problem that you solved in the past, and passion is something that you love. So an interest that you want to tie into the topic. So professions are obviously easy, which is like, I do marketing, I do finance, I do accounting, I do fitness, coaching, sales, all these different professions that you yourself have experience in or who you want to target. Pain, overcoming social anxiety, losing 30 pounds, getting out of debt, fixing bad sleep. All of these are problems and tangible things that people have struggled for in the past. And, it's a lot more personal and you could help a lot more people if you struggle with it yourself. And then lastly is your passion. So you could be targeting, people who love basketball, people who love building model cars, people who love anime, people who love to travel, right? And once you combine all these three things together, you're going to get a very interesting topic for a specific group of people, which now you can start creating specific content for just for those people. So the second step is you pick the who. So you now know what's the what, right? You now know the what, but who are you going to be making it for? And usually, Hormozi likes to go with people who like you, people who you pick for, people who you underserve. And people who like you could be college students figuring out their career, right? People who you've helped could be literally just your friends who you just have like one-on-one conversations with, but because of those conversations, they ended up landing jobs, So you could say people who you help, friends I coached to help land jobs, and people who were underserved. So these are people who you knew you could have helped, and now you're willing to because you know that these people could very much gain lots of value from who you help, right? So new dads with no parenting community, right? Which is something that's very, very needed for new dads who are unaware and so new to fatherhood and wanting a supportive community around other people who are going through the exact same thing. So, if we combine all of these three things together, we could say, I want to help young entrepreneurs who love basketball but struggle with confidence. And these are completely different things that I came up with and I think would be very, very much useful to you. Now, step 3 is that you just describe them as how they see themselves. And it's a lot better if it's a lot closer to your avatar because you know exactly what type of person that person would need. And so he likes to describe things through very, very specific A and B binaries, which is your age, gender, profession, problem, and interest. And so, for example, he likes to use an example for 30 to 45-year-old businessmen, right? And so we're going to be using our old example here. We're going to say 18 to 25 male or student or aspiring creator. The problem is they have shy, stuck in their head, no confidence, and then their interests are basketball, gaming, and fitness. So an example description could be 18 to 25-year-old guys who play basketball but struggle with social confidence. This right here is all you need whenever you start making content. You just call out this exact avatar, right? And the people who fall under these buckets are gonna be way more likely to watch you and check out what you have to offer, right? And so step 4 is now you just explain, okay, great. So I know who I help, what I help, what topic I'm going to be going into, and then describe, and I know how to call them out. Now we just want to talk about the things that we could help them with and outline the actual good and bad outcomes as a result of working together. And so good is what they get and bad is what they avoid. So basically, we going off the previous example that we did previously, which is okay. So the good stuff that they get the confidence to approach their skills, they get skills to lead and get noticed. They get better performance under pressure, and they also get a supportive community. So these are all the things that they get, right? They get as a result of joining. And so when we outline the bad stuff, we want to outline the things that they avoid. So the examples that I listed out here is they avoid loneliness, which is a direct opposite result of gaining confidence to approach, right? wasting months guessing because you're alone and doing it by yourself, making embarrassing mistakes because now you're learning from people who have already done it before, and then now are just like looking to replicate the steps that they already took in order to get to in order to become the person that they want to be. And then also lastly, overthinking every step, since they're following something that's already been proven to work, and the person who's teaching has already done it before, then they avoid overthinking every single step that they make along the way. And so if we put it all together, right, Hormozy put together this one sentence where you can really just outline who you can help. So I help who solve what, get good stuff without bad stuff. And if we put it all together, I help 18 to 25-year-old guys who play basketball but struggle with confidence and build social skills and leadership without wasting months being stuck in their head. This is a mouthful and it could be definitely improved, but I guarantee you, if you make it this specific and then you really just think about who you're trying to help, if this is the main thing that you keep top of mind, it'll be so much easier to close clients, and you can speak onto their problems a lot more on a more personal and deeper level, because you're being super specific with the things that they're struggling with and the things that you're trying to help them achieve. So there is a bonus unique method where like you have your call out, you have your one statement here, and then at the end you say using X, so using specific method. Now I currently run a community where it's called Simplify, and so I have a thing called the oversimplified method, right, or the oversimplified accelerator. And for this example, well, we could say, well, using the zero to confident playbook. So you get all of this while avoiding bad stuff using the zero to confident playbook. And so if you follow all these 6 steps, you'll have a really good statement that you could just put in your bio everywhere, and when you make content you just keep this top of mind and with this unique playbook, and from there you'll be so much more further ahead to the people who are stuck and not knowing what to make their communities about. So if you found this video valuable, it would really mean the world to me if you could share this to someone who you think they would also gain value from it as well. I want to leave no crumbs on the table, and if you want to connect with me and join me, I have a community. It's going to be the first thing in the description, where I just help other people land their next client through Simplify and using the oversimplified method. So with that being said, hope you gained value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.